Okay, I'm just going to get started and I have it recording. I think they're pulling in.
Okay. Finally.
So I'm also going to post it on my YouTube. So I'll let you guys know when I do that as well. Okay, so this is going to be the first start of our Team Tuesday Zooms. We're going to switch it up. Sorry, 1 second. Hello? Yes. Okay. You can come to the front door. Okay, thanks. Food necessities. Anyways, so this is the first one. We're gonna keep this going every single Tuesday, most likely at 8:30. Maybe we'll switch it to 9. But I know there's time differences. I can only do so much, but I believe in consistency. So we're most likely probably just gonna keep it the same time every week, but it's gonna be recorded, so you're gonna be able to see it. If you maybe are working or if that just doesn't work out for you. Cool. So each week we're gonna switch up. We're gonna switch up kind of like the category, I guess, of what we talk about. And this one's pretty broad, just kind of like game planning to make $500 a month. So what that is Ruby. And I'm going to talk about that more in detail after, but I'm just going to, sorry, I don't know if you guys hear Nala. Hopefully she's not really loud and annoying over me. But I'm just going to go over the basics first. It takes 21 days to make something a habit. Even if you've been in this company for 2 years, sometimes you need a reminder about how simple it is with what we do. So each time when we first start this, we're going to go over the basics, and then we're going to do like a different something every time. Okay, so there's 4 things that we do every single day, and that's posting, messaging, adding and following up, right? So I cannot emphasize how important all of these are. And if you were to do 3 of those things and you didn't follow up, then the 3 things aren't going to work out for you that well. So with that being said, the fortune is literally in the follow-up. And I hope you guys are taking notes because I'm going to be talking semi-fast. And some of these points you don't want to miss. So the fortune is in the follow-up. It takes 8 to 12 times to seal the deal with most people. You are not annoying them. You need to follow up with them until they buy from you, sign up with you, or until they die. Yes, that is how it is. That's how it's supposed to be. There's no other option. So when it comes to following up, when it comes to following up, guys, people ask me all the time about like what to say. My best, there's tons of threads in Be Obsessed or Be Average, and I'm sure I may have sent you, if you signed up with me, some stuff about following up with scripts that you can send. My best advice is not being scripted, staying away from that. Sometimes I do send them, I kind of just mix it up. So don't overthink it. Just make sure you're following up. Right. So that's the main really, really, really important thing. And I really wanted to emphasize on that because I feel like I see so many people who are amazing at this and they're not signing, but they're sending out messages, doing what they're supposed to be doing, and they're not signing people. And I know exactly what it is because they're afraid to be consistent and persistent with following up. If you knew that a product and a business opportunity would literally change someone's life, you cannot be afraid to be persistent to try to change someone's life. You know what I'm saying? So you have to consistently and persistently follow up. Okay. Now let's go to posting. So I post once a day on my page, sometimes twice a day. It's most once a day. And it's always some kind of life post. A life post is about the business. You can do something so simple as you sitting on your couch, say on this nice day that we had today, for example, and being like, such a great day, so happy that I don't have to be miserable at my job inside, and I get to chill like on my couch with the doors open, working or making extra income from my phone. Or it can be something like a now hiring post, or it could be your story, why you started, what your plan is, how much debt you're going to pay off, and why that's important to you, how that makes you feel to have all this debt, and how it's going to feel once you pay it off when you pay off $30,000 in student loans in less than 10 months. That's what I did, and it feels freaking great, right? So, like, talk about it. Be open. Be honest. Like, there's a reason why everyone – okay, so I'm sure most of you watch Netflix on here, and if you don't, I'm sure you watch shows or movies of some kind. There's a reason why we love doing that, and it's because these shows or movies connect to us with emotion, right? There's certain movies that may connect to you that don't connect to me because we're different, right? So I connect to different emotions than other people do. But those people who make these movies are not going to necessarily change their style because of the X amount of other people who don't connect to their movies, right? They're going to create their own brand, and that's exactly what we do. So, for example, I am going to be me, and you need to be you, right? I don't want to be like anyone else, and people aren't going to connect to me if I'm not being me. So you be you in your posts. You post you post your friends, family, and you don't change you, right? You just change the captions. You fill in, you bring in the business into your normal life, and that's what makes you unique. Okay. I tell my girls all the time, guys, I have about 3+ years worth of captions on my Facebook. You can create me for 3 years, copy captions that you like, paste it in your notes, and just reword them into your life, what you want. So, for example, maybe you're new, you haven't made any money, right? People don't necessarily connect with me buying my dream car versus you finally being able to fill up your damn gas tank once a week and that being life-changing for you. Like, they're two completely different stories, and keep in mind that we all start exactly where you are, right? So with that, what is going to drive you? And that's your why. And your why is important. If you guys don't have your why written down, that's what you like. I honestly think that what you're doing from here on out is almost not necessarily a waste, but you're not going to be doing it for the correct reason if you don't have a strong why written down and drilled in your head, right? You need something that drives you for the right reasons and why you're doing this. So I tell my girls, write your why on your chart. Write your why on your Ruby chart. If you're brand new, I don't care, print out a Ruby chart. The compensation plan is brand new. They made it 10 times more simpler for us. Print out a Ruby chart, write your why on the bottom of it. Okay. So adding and following, super simple. Also, guys, if you have questions, you can write them in the chat. I'm just going to ignore them for right now because I get distracted really easily. So adding. So I add and follow about 50 people every half hour, maybe every 45 minutes. I can't do work every single hour, sometimes consecutively. I think doing it sporadically throughout the day is almost better so you don't act like a robot. But how I do this, I go down my timeline. I find a picture with a lot of likes. I add all the girls from there. I'll follow my friends of friends. Don't overthink it. Adding should be simple. You just got to do a lot of it because most people are not going to add you back. But the consistency of doing this, people are going to flow in and out of your page, and that's what you want, right? Some people are meant to be here with you, and some people aren't. So what? That's just how it is. You guys are going to pick up some keywords that I keep saying, right? And that's consistency and persistence. Keywords. So, and then the last thing, messaging. Messaging, I do 10 people an hour. I don't do it every single hour consecutively. I do it based on my schedule. You can't do more than 10 messages an hour or you will get blocked. You will talk more in detail with your enroller about this. But like I said, if you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me in the chat. I'm more than welcome to help and answer anything. How are you guys feeling so far? I don't see many faces. I feel like maybe a lot of you are newbies on here too, so that's fine. I get it. You guys feel good? I went through them really quickly and I'm sick, so that's why I sound like a boy. So those 4 things: posting, messaging, adding, following up. Posting, messaging, adding, following. That's it, guys. Like literally, I've been doing those 4 things for the last 3 years of my business every single day. And with consistency, guys, I'm gonna be real with you. You can't expect a consistent paycheck if you're not consistently working. And that should be common sense. You know, what we do is definitely different than a 9-to-5, but you need to treat it as a 9-to-5. You know, not saying you're working 9-to-5, but for example, you know, you work X amount of hours at one job last week, you're going to get paid for X amount of hours. If you decide to take a week off, you're not going to get paid. And it's the same exact thing with this business. You know, so being your own boss can be a blessing and a sin, because if you're not self-disciplined or if you're not willing to be, it's going to be hard for you to be successful. Or you can get creative, put reminders. You know, I use my phone for everything. A lot of you know I have alarms going off constantly. I have reminders in my phone. Once I send out messages and do my adding, I set a reminder or a timer for an hour or hour and a half, so I do it again when it goes off. But the minimum work that needs to be done daily for this business should not take you longer than an hour throughout your whole day, or an hour and a half. That is nothing. It's nothing. It's not at all. So with that brings me back to your why, and having your why being strong and driving you. Guys, we just had 3 new products released. We just had a brand new compensation plan come out. Like, you're guaranteed $3,000 within your first 90 days, right? Put in the work, do it. Actually believe in yourself for the first time in your life. Like, have you really sat down and dreamt for the first time in your life, dreaming about paying off $30,000 in debt, right? In 10 months. I never thought in a million years I would do that. But one day I decided to believe in myself, because thousands of other people were doing it. So why couldn't I, right? Okay. All right. No one has questions about what I just went over? No one? No one? Okay. All right. So promoting in this business is brand new to a lot of people. We had a team-wide Zoom last night. It is recorded in Be Obsessed or Be Average. Cassie posted it. Super simple, guys. Like, it was simple before, and it's even more simple now. So to promote to Ruby, you need 3 distributors. Like, tell me, anyone on here who tells me they don't know at least 3 people who want to make an extra income, you're lying. Like, you're lying. I can think, like, if anyone in this world looked at me and told me that they wouldn't want an extra income, like, they're lying. Like, anyone in this world would want an extra income. You know what I'm saying? You need 3 people. That's it. 3 people. You know, step out of your comfort zone. Ask your friend, right? Ask your friend, hey, I'm trying to make money and pay off my student debt. I'm trying to make money and I'm trying to travel more, and I'm trying to help my parents, or I'm trying to be a millionaire, whatever it is, and be like, come with me. Like, let's do this. This is fun. Like, these products are amazing. Like, you get to make bomb ass money from your phone. Be real, be honest. And plant seeds. It's merely just about planting the seed and bringing it up to people, right? And you cannot expect an immediate result either. So get it out of your head right now. You know, if you think that asking 3 people to join your team is going to like do the job, not at all. Like you need to be consistently planting new seeds every single day. And this business works in 3-month intervals. So what you did 3 months ago is going to pay off today, right? So once you hit that 3-month mark, it's history from there, but you need to be consistent. And you have to look at the bigger picture. If you are consistent starting today till May 4th or 5th, say the 5th. Yeah, today's the 5th. Yeah, to May 5th. You are consistent putting in the work every single day till May 5th. Your business will be like, I promise you, history from there. Of course, if you stay consistent, you know, and that's not a lot. It's not a lot at all. Some people work their whole entire lives and they don't even achieve half of what you can achieve in this business in a few short years. Think about that. I'm going to say it again. Most people in this entire world don't even achieve half of what we can achieve in a few short years in their entire lifespan. That's insane. That's incredible. Like, that's crazy. Okay. So now Documents and eSuite, they have everything. You should go to Documents. You should type in Ruby, find a Ruby chart, print it out, draw it up, whatever you have to do. You should have it in front of you. If you don't have your chart in front of you, you're not going to get to where you're going. Your chart is your roadmap to success. And no one else is going to do it for you guys. That's another thing too. Your upline's not going to do it. Your enroller's not going to do it for you. Your dog's not going to do it for you. Your mom's not going to do it for you. You got to print your dang chart out, and you need to fill those boxes with 3 people. And then those people, I'm back. Do you guys hear me? You guys hear me? Thumbs up. Okay. So weird. I really don't know what happened because I have perfect Wi-Fi and everything. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. I forgot what I was talking about. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Oh, so you need 3 distributors under you, and each distributor needs about $400 in volume, which is $400 worth, right? And that's a team effort. It's not just you. It's not just them. It's a team effort. And then, your total GV now has to be 2,000 as well. So yes, that doesn't add up 4, 4, and 4. Like 400 is not 2,000, but your volume is going to be coming from other places as well. I'm not going to get into crazy detail unless you guys have specific questions. But I'm going to talk to you more about basically what I name this, how to make the extra $500 a month. Okay. Consistency and persistence, right? I keep emphasizing that. The follow-up. The fortune is literally in the follow-up. Everything is following up, guys. Everything that you do, whether you think so or not, is basically a follow-up, right? If you want something, right? If you want something and you don't get that immediately, what you're doing is you're following up until you get what you want. And that's basically what we do. So don't overlook it, and it's how many times, how should I explain this one? How many times you walk into a store, look around, someone comes up to you, you're holding a shirt, maybe you try it on, customer service is talking to you, and you decide that you don't want it, you put it back and you walk out. All the freaking time. I don't know about you guys. I do that all the time. I'm sure you guys do that all the time. Right? Perspective here. So when you get these no's, right, or when you get people not answering your follow-up, or when you get people not answering your cold message, or when you get someone who says no to you, it is so normal. It is so normal, right? Okay. I feel like every single one of you on here has a question and you're not asking me because there's no way there's no questions right now. There's no way. Madison, your dog. So cute. All I see is a dog coming up to some girl's ear and like licking her or sniffing her. Okay. Here's a good one. Stepping out of your comfort zone, right? Asking me a question. That is huge. If you want to hit that $500 plus a month, you got to be willing to step out a little bit. Did you just comment on there? Oh, it says Rachel. Mm-mm. It's another Rachel. I tell my girls all the time, everyone who joins me, this business is a self-development course with a compensation plan and products attached. That's it. You know, this business is 20% skill, 80% mindset. So are you willing to grow yourself? Because if you're not, this business is not for you. Oh, Amy, yes. Hold on. Okay, you're unmuted.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to like back up Emily's point about following up. I feel like for a lot of new people, and I felt the same way, I was like, I almost had like this preconceived notion of being annoying when I was following up. And like Emily said, when you walk into a store and, you know, you're looking at something and you look at it and you put it back, it's like that. And think about like all the online shopping we do and how many times we put stuff in our online shopping cart and like X out of the tab. And then a few days later on our Facebook feed, we see what we were looking at in our Facebook feed, or we get an email saying like, oh, you forgot to check out. Like the companies do that too. That is how, like, that's just how it works. So you're not being annoying. You are like, these products are amazing. You are helping people. And sometimes people just forget to respond to you, but by no means are you being annoying. So I just kind of wanted to make that a point that if you're new and you feel like, you know, following up can be an annoyance, you're not. You're honestly, you're truly helping these people.
Yeah. And also, you know, if you feel that way, you care way too much about what people think. Seriously. Like, you can't care about what people think. I don't care what your mother's brothers, sisters, dogs, daughters, frogs, gerbils said about your damn business or about your damn posts. Like, it doesn't matter. You know, you should not care about what anyone thinks, says, whatever. You're doing this for you. You join this business to no longer be like everyone else, no longer live like everyone else. So why the hell do you care what everyone else is thinking? Right? Is it Angelo? See, congratulations. You stepped out of your damn comfort zone. You got on your first Zoom. That's freaking awesome. Good for you. Takes a lot. That's awesome. What do you do if you sign? Could we cheer her on in the group chat? That's awesome. First Zoom. Hell yeah. Okay, what do you do if you sign a DT and they never post anything or reply to any of your messages? Bye. Some will, somewhat. Some will, some won't. So what? Next. Like, and that's for anything. That's for, you sign DT up, they go MIA. Bye. You're not meant to be here. You know, feel sorry for yourself for like 5 minutes, because yes, it freaking stinks. Put in all this work, you sign them up, you're freaking pumped, and then they go MIA. It happens. Take 5 minutes, feel sorry for yourself, get over it, and just get back to work. You know, and same with people saying no to you or not answering your DMs, right? Some will, some won't. So what next? Okay, cool. Thank you for asking a question. Okay. Also, guys, I'm be real with you, real. Excuses don't fly, right? If you are saying that you want to pay off debt, you want to change your life, you want to lose weight, you want to buy a new car. You want to no longer wake up and go to bed stressing and stressing yourself out so much that you literally put yourself into a depression because of not having money or not knowing like what path to go in the near future and like living, because that was me. I'm talking about me. If you don't want to do that, then you can't start something like this that's going to literally change your life and start using excuses that you don't have time, right? Or that, this is hard, or that you cannot be sick, you're not tall enough, you're not brunette enough, you're not blue-eyed enough. Like, listen, whatever it is, I don't care who the heck you are, you can be successful in this business. Again, this business is 20% skill, 80% mindset, right? There are people in this business. I was telling this story to one of my newbies the other day on the phone. There are people in this business who is in the hospital. This one girl is in the hospital on chemo and building her damn business in that hospital bed. And she like triple promoted to presidential or triple diamond. I forgot. Seriously, guys, you've got to want this. And that's what brings the why back into it. It always, always, always goes back to your why. Why are you doing this? And maybe you're thinking like, I don't know why I am. Like, I know I am. I kind of like, I don't want to struggle. Like I want, I just want to be able to go to college or like, not, I just want like an extra $200. Like maybe you don't really know how or what to create, like how to create that strong why. And I get it on a very personal level because I am someone who has always had that in the back of my mind. I'm not necessarily a material person. I don't know. Like it was really hard for me in the beginning. I just knew that I wanted an extra income, right? But there was something deeper beyond belief for me, and that was the fact that I was literally scared. And to be completely honest with you guys, I still am to this day. And with money wise, so my money mindset and the way it is, how it is because of my upbringing. I grew up in a struggling household my entire freaking life, I don't remember one part of my childhood or growing up throughout high school where my parents weren't complaining or stressing about freaking money. Like, I started this business at 21. So 21 years of that, like every single day, like there was always a struggle, always. And I finally got to the point where I didn't want to freaking live like that anymore. That's it. Like I was at my low and I was petrified of the future. I was going to school, doing what I had to do. And I had all this debt. I was graduating college and I still had no freaking path. And I knew I was going to get my graduate. I was going to go to graduate school. It's like, okay, hopefully this job that I get is going to help me. I know it is. I know it will in the near future. But I remember I sat down and I figured out my loans for school, and I literally wouldn't have been able to pay that off until like I was 40. I'm not even kidding you. And that like blew my mind completely. And I didn't even have a lot. I had like 30,000, and I know people with like quadruple that. So yes, I love that, Sabrina. So if you guys can't read, if you guys don't know where the chat is, Sabrina said, talk to enough people where the positive people take over the negative people who try to shut you down. So true. Every single day you guys have a choice because damn right there are going to be negative people. There's going to be negativity anywhere you go. So you have one choice to focus on the negative or the positive. That's it. And I don't care if there's 5 negative things and the one positive thing you think of, you focus on that one positive thing. That's your first start. That's where you start. Oh, thank you. I've come a far way. Okay. Any questions? Does anyone not know how to use the chat? I can't really see faces, so technically you wouldn't be able to answer if you didn't, because your chat isn't on, or your face isn't on, so I can't see. All right, how many people on this Zoom have a hard time getting in the work that they're supposed to be getting in every day? Can you like type in the chat the letter B for boy? I just made that up really quick. Okay, cool. I knew I'd get lots of peeps. Okay, so again, this is where your why comes in. And this is where one of the hardest things comes in that you're going to have to do. But once you step out of your comfort zone and do it, it'll change your business forever. It'll change your life forever. Why am I having a brain fart as to why it's physically, actually called? I'm not sure if you guys know John Maxwell. He's amazing. Okay. But one of his laws, he's like really big with leadership, training, stuff like that. You got to look him up. But anyways, one of his favorite laws that I have is the law of trade-off. And this is huge. Yes, Britt. So I want every single one of you to do this tonight before you go to bed. The law of trade-off. You need to find or think of one thing that you could do that you can trade so that you can invest more time in your business. Are you going to go to bed an hour later? Are you going to go to bed a half hour later, wake up a half hour earlier? For me, for example, instead of going out with my friends 3 days a week, I went out one day, right? Because like, who needs to get shit-faced 3 days a week? I don't know, Sorry. I'm just being honest. That was just me. And that was me. I remember I used to go out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Like, who? Come on. Who does that? Now I'm sitting here on a Saturday on my couch. This isn't Saturday, but you guys got it. They're like, this girl's shots. What day is it? Tuesday?
I have no idea.
I think it's Tuesday. Seriously, guys, and I'll be real with you. The hardest thing for me, Erin and I are both very like outgoing, fun people. We want people here. We want to be out around people. We want to mingle all the time, but what is more important, right? And we know the devil on our shoulder telling us what is. But I can promise you that the hour of sleep or the one night that you miss going out, you're not going to be thinking about that 2 or 3 months down the road when you open up prelims and you have a $500 paycheck or your first paycheck with a comma in it. I promise you, you're not going to be thinking about that hour of sleep that you missed. I promise you that right now. I can think back and I can remember times where I was really upset about, I knew that I needed to sacrifice not going somewhere or not doing something, or saying no to something with my mom, right? Like that kills me. And that killed me then. Am I upset about it right now? Hell the freak no. Not for a second. I just brought my mom to Tampa with us to conference. I paid for everything for her, every little thing. And she was there right by my side the whole entire time. I would have never been able to do that, probably not in my entire life. And I decided to take a few months to a year and sacrifice small things so that I can invest more time in my business. And those things that I sacrificed were just small temporary things to be able to do stuff that I'm sacrificing 24/7. I don't know if you guys know, but I've only been in the business for a little over 3 years, right? So I went from Diamond to Presidential Diamond in less than a year, less than a year. So think about that, guys. I wasn't a hermit in my room doing nothing in a hole either. So it's perspective. What's going to drive you? Saying no to Netflix. I love Netflix. I love it. I love Netflix, but not gonna watch it all the time if I want to. Do I want to? Not really, because I love what I do, and instead of watching Netflix right now, I can like take a flight somewhere and like travel more. Like, think about it, guys. Think about it. Okay. All right. I want you guys to write in the comments what you're gonna do, what your trade-off is gonna be. You're like, damn, this is hard. You gotta find a trade-off. Y'all were typing B real quick, but these trade-offs are coming in real slow. Yes, guys, I'm telling you. So I'm be real with you again, because I'm a very real, super honest person. A lot of you may know my story. If you don't, you're never gonna hear it. I used to, and still kind of do, struggle really bad with anxiety and depression. Just when I started, so that was like 3 years ago. I'm not cured. I know that I will be soon one day. I do think I can naturally cure it, and I'm going for it because I went from like a level 9 to a level like 4 in less than 3 years. So with that, I do have a little sleep apnea. I don't know if I do anymore, but I did like 2 years ago. So on top of my depression, I had sleep apnea too. So I was like never sleeping, even though I was sleeping like 10 hours a day. So sleep was the hardest thing for me. Like, it was literally the hardest thing. So I was always working 3 part-time jobs and taking 5 classes. So sleep was almost not optional. Like, I had to get up and go. But I did it because I had school and work. When I started this business, it took about 6 or 7 months for me to realize that I needed to treat my business just like I was treating school and work, if not more, because this business was going to provide me more than like my 3 jobs ever will, plus some. So yes, the money is amazing in this business, but I'm telling you guys, when I go to bed every single night and when I wake up, all I think about is the fact that like if I need that extra hour of sleep, I have it. Like, I will never wake up feeling depressed ever again in my life because I want to go back to bed. Like, there were times where I literally like would rather choose death than getting up and like going to class or going to work, because that's how depressed I was at times. And now I can do that. Like, I could sleep. I can get that 7 hours or 8 hours of sleep if I need to literally function and live my life. So that's huge. And I'm sure some of you connect in some way, shape, or form, because I know how hard it can get. I know how hard it is. Okay. Cool. I love this. I'm like all about the self-dev. I make this self-dev every Tuesday. This is why I told my leaders on my team that we're switching up weekly, because we all have unique things that we're good at. And if I keep going every Tuesday, I'm just going to be talking about this stuff every time. Okay. I love that. Sleeping, setting alarms. Yes. Lauren, you play 3 hours of games on your phone a day. I'm sorry, I'm calling you out right now, but you said it to everyone, so yes, girl, embrace the addiction and just turn it into making money instead. How about that? Perspective. Yes, on your break, you hustle. I love that so much. Guys, I would work like 5 minutes super quick in between my classes. You just have to, you got to be intentional sometimes. And like I said in the beginning of this Zoom, it takes 21 days to make something a habit, right? So you can't be afraid to fail. That's number one, right? You can't get down on yourself when something goes wrong, when you get out of your groove. God created night and day, and he created you waking up every morning and being able to literally start fresh. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Okay. Oh my God. Lauren. Wow. First step is owning up. Proud of you. Cool. All right. Let's see if I missed any questions. Yes. Okay. Love it, love it, love it. Michaela, can this not end? You're so funny. Okay. No questions. Look at this. I'm getting all hyped up, breaking out in hives. Literally, look at me.
Oh my God.
I'll survive. Okay. No questions?
No one has any questions on your charts.
Ooh. Hi, Grace. Where are you on here? Do you have your face on? You don't have to. Oh, hello. I don't know where you are. I was going to say hi personally again. Okay, so, I'm really good at getting distributors, so I got this question. I got this one. All right, best way to get distributors. First step about getting distributors is knowing that enrolling distributors is just as important, if not maybe more important than enrolling customers. So that's the number one thing is mindset. And then the number two thing is never putting enrolling distributors over enrolling customers and never putting enrolling customers over enrolling distributors. You have to find a balance. And as hard as it may be some days, you just got to do it, right? So best way to get distributors, planting seeds. It's the same exact thing as getting customers, but you never want to replace messaging for loyal customers and replacing that with messaging for distributors. You always want to be doing 10 an hour for customers. If you're messaging for distributors, that should always be extra, right? Because you're going to be messaging for distributors. If you're someone who does that 1 week and you're not messaging for customers, you're banging out distributor enrollments, and then before you know it, you can't sign a freaking customer and get your fast starts, and you're like going crazy in your mind because you put off planting seeds for customers, right? So life posting at least once a day, if not twice. Talking about the business, being real in your post, not copying and pasting 100% someone else's post. Be you, right? Interacting with people. Stories are everything. Like, stories are everything. So sharing other people's stories on your story. A lot of us do that. Sharing your story, even though you just started. You know, you can literally start today and share your story, right? Talk about where you were, where you are today, and where you want to be, right? And then say, because of this business, I'm going to do that. I'm going to pay off debt. I'm going to buy myself a new car. I'm going to pay off my parents' debt because of this business. I'm going to be home with my kid full time, not have to worry about diapers or feeding them or freaking daycare, right? That's huge. So be real, be you. Now, how I get a lot of my distributors as well, reaching out to all my past loyal customers and planting the seed with them. Heck, plant the seed, and I forgot who said this. I don't know if it was during conference this past weekend or on a call. I forgot exactly how it went to, and it was so good. I think I might have written it down, but I gotta look. As they're signing a customer up or something having to do with signing an LC, they mentioned during the sign up or like right after the sign up, something about how, well, most people who sign up as a loyal customer will become a distributor shortly down the road, so you should do X, Y, and Z. And if any leaders know what I'm talking about, please help me out. You remember? Tyler, you remember. And it was so good. Just literally, my point is just merely putting it in their mind. Some people don't even know that you can be a distributor. They have no idea whatsoever, right? So, oh yes, save your before and afters, because most customers become distributors, and those are going to be gold for you when you join. Oh my God, that's so good. Like, that's so good. That's like amazing. That's brilliant. It's literally brilliant. Okay. So also talking to a lot of potential customers, I work my way down. If they can't even afford $25 for Confianza, I say, girl, you need to work with me and make money instead. And that is huge. So you're messaging for customers, but some customers, y'all know, they say they don't have the damn money. And I say, I try to work in any kind of, product to seal the deal with them. But if they can even afford $25, $30, that's where I'm like, you need to work with me and make money instead. Like, have you ever thought about it? So you're hitting two birds with one stone. You're messaging for customers. Some are signing up. Some say they don't have the money. You sign them as distributors, right? That is huge. It's about being intentional and planting that seed in their head, right? And being persistent with the follow-up. I ask people all the time, why don't you work with me and make money instead? A lot of them don't answer after that. I'm following up with my question. I'm following up with them. Hey, did you get my text yesterday? Or hey, have you been thinking about the opportunity? Something so simple like that. Polls are huge too. Polls are huge, like huge. You can do something so simple like, never too late to start a New Year's resolution. What's your goal, to make more money or to lose weight? I don't know, something so simple like that. Okay, I hope that helped. I can talk forever about enrolling distributors. You're a badass, Angelo. Excuse my language. Sorry. Thank you for your service. Best way to get loyal customers, cold messaging, hands down, and getting your own results in stories. Number 1 is getting your own results. Number 2 is cold messaging. Number 3, stories. Number 4, following up. Ashley, congrats on your 1 month. That's amazing. A lot of people don't make it past 1 month. That is amazing. Pat yourself on the freaking back. Okay, the chart, you need to watch Cassie's Zoom. She says it a million times on there too, and a lot of people are confused as well. But the new chart, super simple, 3 DTs, that's it. Each DT needs 400 BV. BV is products, right? Each product has a certain volume. So 3 DTs, each need 400, and you need an overall of 2,000 in GV, group volume. So 4, 4, and 4 is not 2,000. So yes, you need to be building a little beyond that, right? So your 3 distributors should be working on building themselves. So let's say Jess gets a distributor. That distributor is working under her. That distributor is enrolling, right? So that's where the extra volume can come from too. So I hope maybe that broke it down really quick for you, but definitely find that Zoom, ask your enroller, where it is, the recording. Okay. Angel, hopefully that's right. Time management during the day, make a checklist, right? I know you're a stay-at-home mom. I'm not a mom, but I've heard from many people, I know so many people, they wake up right before their baby wakes up, which is pretty freaking early usually, but they get it done. They feel so good. Do power before they wake up. If your baby takes a nap and you woke up super early where you need to take a nap, and take a nap, right? Or decide to, sorry, someone just sent me, when texts pop up on the side of your computer, someone sent me a picture of a llama. And if you guys know me, I love llamas, so I laugh. So do a checklist, right? Checklists are huge. If you need to, I don't know how old your baby is, but I know Jade Hooper, she has her baby on her boobs 24/7. She will go live and she's breastfeeding and she's working her business. Like she has 3 babies climbing all up on her and she's working her business, right? So it's about making it a priority. And I know a lot of people with kids bring up the fact of, I don't understand, but I do, I get it, how, you're working your business, but not paying attention to your kid. And I understand, not to the point of having one because I don't, but, no, I've been in this business for a while where I've heard stories like this all the time. And my best advice is, you don't have to choose this business over your children whatsoever. You don't need to work this business 24/7. Be with him or her full hour in the morning, and then after an hour, do a power hour with your business. Go back and forth, right? Make a checklist. Work with your enroller or one of your uplines, or maybe find an upline in some way, shape, or form who is successful in this business and has children. Reach out to them. Ask them what they do, right? So that's what I do. I connect to people I reach out to people who I connect to, and that helps me a lot. Okay. I love that. Okay, cool. I hope that helped. Wow, yay. That's so exciting. Yep, just send me a DM if you want. Oh, host a post. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. So if you guys don't know what host a post is, it's amazing. Basically, in other terms, it's asking for referrals. And this is huge. And it is extra on top of your normal stuff. So you don't want to replace other work for this. That's my best suggestion. Everyone does things a little differently, of course, but that's my best suggestion. So I'm doing this on top of my normal messaging. For example, every time I sign a loyal customer, I ask them, hey, do you think you can, if I give you a post, will you post this on your status? And if I get 2 people to buy from me, I'll send you a wrap for free, or I'll send you 10 days of greens for free, or I'll send you XYZ, right? Right now we're doing a huge full team host a post. If you haven't seen the post about it, ask your enroller or your upline to send it to you. So basically, we're giving away 2 $200 Target gift cards. So that's what I'm saying to people. If you saw my status today, I said basically like post below if you want to be in a drawing, or comment below if you want to be in a drawing for 2 $200 Target gift cards. And I message them and say, hey, just got your comment on my post. So here's the deal. All you have to do is make a post for me, copy and paste what I sent to you, and I'll put you in the drawing for the gift cards. So simple. And why is this gold? Because they're posting this to their friends and family. Their friends and family automatically always they have more trust for them, right? So they're going to be 10 times more likely to comment on this post versus maybe you like sending them a random cold message to a stranger, right? So cold messaging is amazing. Again, do not replace it, but I hope that kind of makes sense of why we do host to post. And it's just brilliant and opens up a whole new market too, right? So you're having someone post for you, someone who comments on their post, you ask them to post, and then it's a never-ending revolving network of people coming in that maybe you would have never had. And then maybe like one of them signs of a distributor and they're a freaking rock star. You can change life for you. Like, it's just, I'm going to stop talking about it now because that's basically just what it is. Okay. Thank you, Heather. Okay, cool. Any more questions? I need to blow my nose now. I haven't been sick in over a year, guys. I'm not even kidding you. Over a year. For a year. Probiotics, omega-3s, greens. Thank you. Okay. If there's no questions, I'm going to end it now. Thank you guys so much for getting on. You freaking rock. put in your calendar for this time next week. We'll be on again. It's probably not going to be me, or I might be helping someone, and I'm not sure exactly what we're specifically going to go over, but whatever it is, it's going to be important and you're going to want to be on it. Okay. Have a great night, and thank you. Of course. You're welcome. Bye.